Hey there quilting friends, it's me Carolina Moore, your favorite sewing and quilting YouTuber, and today we're doing a quick video on making a giant Santa stack style gift bag for gifts this holiday. I'm doing a gift bag along, all the details are down in the description, but all of November we're making gift bags out of fabric so that when the holidays come we'll be all ready to wrap our gifts in style. Today we're using the box bag template to make our project. So you ready? Let's get started. All right, first step is going to be to remove the cat from my work surface here. She's generally not big into getting pet, so I'm hoping that petting her will convince her that this is not where she wants to be today. But I just finished up this quilt for a project that you will find out later on in November, and she's very antsy about it. She is very excited about it. She wants to sit on it, and I'm gonna say no. Okay, ready? We'll just move all of you. There she goes. Okay, now that I have the cat removed from my work surface, we're gonna get started. I have a big piece of fabric. This one is 28 inches by 36 inches. That's just the size I'm happening to be using. It's actually two pieces, 28 inches by 36 inches. You can use a different size depending on how big you need your Santa stack to be. If you go down to the description, there is a link that will take you to this full pattern. It's a free pattern for you, and that pattern will give you instructions on how to make the sack the size that you need for what you need to fit in it. So for example, if you're gifting someone a sewing machine, what you need to do to make your sack big enough for that item. Okay? So I'm just going to show you the basics. I have 1.5 yards of ribbon, which will be plenty. You can use a little less. You can definitely use more if you want like a nice big bow. This is 1 inch ribbon. You can absolutely use bigger ribbon if you like. I wouldn't use smaller for a big Santa sack style though. Okay, we are gonna cut our corners, and this is gonna be super easy. I'm going to, let's see if that's, so I have my fabric, and on the bottom two corners, I'm going to cut a boxed corner. And this is gorgeous Art Gallery Fabrics denim. This is gonna look amazing. I'm using my box bag template, and I'm cutting the full 4 inches, which is as big of a box corner as this will cut, because I want a nice big Santa sack here. So I'm gonna cut in, and I'm going to cut in. So I just cut out a 4 inch corner. The box bag template protects so I don't cut too far. Now I'm going to do the other short side. Here we go. The other bottom. I want to line up these because I want to cut both layers at the same time. I could cut them separately, but if this is already 11 o'clock at night on Christmas Eve because you didn't plan ahead, which no judgment, I've been there, we want to make this quick and easy, which is why we're using our box bag template. So I'm going to cut in and cut in. Another 4 inch square. You can save these for another project because those are beautiful pieces of fabric. And now I'm going to turn on my sewing machine and do some quick sewing. The first is to stitch these box corners. Now, if you want to be able to use this for years and years, if you think it's going to ever need to be washed, go ahead and zigzag all of these edges now, just on your sewing machine, zigzag right up close to the edge. I'm not worried about this having to be washed, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sew. Now I'm starting here at the fold. You don't have to start at the fold, you could start at the other end, but at your fold, whether you started or finish at your fold, you want to go back and forth to lock your stitches. So that's one box corner down. Okay, this one I will start at the other end so that you can see the difference between starting at the box corner or starting at the other end. Here we go. And then I'm going to grab my other one and do the same thing, stitching up those box corners. Okay, you've boxed all four corners, and we're going to put these right sides together. So one side, other side. And so all your seams should be on the outside. And I like to add a pin. So I take my corners, my little seams for my box corners, put one in one direction, one in the other direction. I didn't press here. I mean, you could, but it's fine. It doesn't need to be pressed. So one, and then the other. Okay, so I managed to, because I wasn't paying attention, box the right side and then the wrong side on one of these. So I'm going to pick this one apart real quick and rebox this corner. That's hilarious. This is exactly what would happen at 11:59 at night when you're trying to get to bed, but the gifts need to be wrapped, and you just want to make a quick fabric bag to throw it into. And now I can pin these right sides together. Again, one seam in one direction, one seam in the other direction. Come on. I'm going to give it a quick pin. There we go. So now, these long sides, I'm just going to stitch all the way down one side, across the other, and up the one side. I do want to add in my ribbon here. So I'm going to take my ribbon, fold it in half, and pin it here to the side. I want to give myself a little bit of a top because that's going to look cute. How much space you have depends on how big you cut your fabric and how big of an item you're throwing in here. But a good 6 inches or so. And so it's just the fold with my loose ends tucked in. And I'm going to sew this all the way around. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance, but just using the edge of your presser foot so that it's straight is fine, because this isn't like a super accurate, it's a Santa sack. It's not, you know, haute couture. It's not a quilt where everything needs to line up and fit together at the end. Okay, I've now sewn this all the way around, and I'm going to just turn it right side out. In this case, I'm going to turn off my sewing machine because I want to show you how big this bag is. I'm going to unplug it. I'm going to tuck the sewing machine in this bag. You can have your bag finished here, which I'm choosing to finish it right now. If you want this top edge to not be raw, you can flip it over 1/4 inch and then flip it over again and sew all the way around. Or you can sew like 1/2 inch away from the edge just to give it kind of a good finishing stitch there so that the fray doesn't get too bad. And then you can actually intentionally fray the top if you want a cute frayed top edge. But look how big this gorgeous Santa sack is. I'm gonna grab my top parts. I have this gorgeous ribbon. I'm gonna tie a pretty bow on here. And then if you did your edges and you'd sewn these edges, these would be even a little stiffer and you'd be able to really get some dimension out of this if you wanted. But it's that simple to make a gorgeous fabric gift bag, super quick and easy. And this one fits a sewing machine. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. If you're new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up to let people know that you enjoyed this video. And I will see you right here real soon. Bye for now.